Good morning. It is 5:45 and today I thought I'd just show you average day in my life. It's Monday and I've just got up. So yeah, first thing I'm gonna do is just sit and think for a bit till probably about 6:15, and then we're gonna check out the charts, just check some trades. I've got one trade on that I've been in for a few days, see if anything else is setting up. There's loads of deer in the garden over there, and then once that's done, get stuck into the fitness routine. So yeah, let's go. So every morning, first thing I do is either go into my office or come into the studio. Usually my office. I've just come in here because I'm doing this. And I just sit on the sofa. I've got a sofa here, big sofa in my office, and for about half hour I just think. So I'm not one to turn on my phone or anything like that or look at any tech. I just sit, think. I've got my notepad, and I've done that for years. Like since I can't even remember when, maybe like early 20s, maybe mid 20s. Just got into this habit, this routine of just sitting here, looking, thinking, and I'm writing down any thoughts and writing down any ideas or anything that's on my mind or a plan or just anything really. Just thinking about stuff, doing nothing but thinking. Really helps. It's really helped me be present. It's helped me be prioritize my thoughts, which I think is the main one. And yeah, so once that's done, we're getting on. I've been up for about 45 minutes now. I'm going to go and do the coffee machine and have a flick through the charts. So I'm going to do that now. So now that's done, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do, I've got upper 2 today, so doing, I'll show you the workout, and then we've got, I'm going to do some stair climber, and then make my protein shake, and then go for a walk. This is the drink that I make every morning, and it's basically about 750 mils of water, and then a scoop of amino acids and creatine, 5 milligrams of creatine and 1 scoop of amino acids. So the first thing I do is go over to the iPad, stick on some music. Prop up the thing with a bar so that I can get, because I don't have anyone here to help me get it off. I don't want to damage my shoulder by going down too low, so I prop it up with this bar, and as I lift the first one it knocks the bar away, and then I've got full range of motion. and it is triceps. Basically, you do 20, have a 10-second rest, then do 15, 10-second rest, then 10-second rest, and then 9, 5-second rest, 8, 5-second rest, 7, and so on until you get to 1. Alright, that's the weights done. Now I'm just going to do stair climber. So we're going to go over to here and do half hour. I'm going to do today, this morning, and then I'm going to go for a walk. So been training for about 45-50 minutes. So I'll do half hour on there. That'll take us to about an hour and a half, full training, and then go for a walk. And I've got to get 15,000 steps. So the walk needs to be like an hour and a half, basically. I do about 6,500 steps an hour, maybe just a bit more. So if I do an hour and a half, I normally get like 10,000 to 12,000 steps, something like that. Which means that any other steps throughout the day, easily I'll hit the 3,000 to complete the 15k. So yeah, let's get that done. Right now, it's time, something I look forward to every day, which is my protein shake. Absolutely amazing. It's about 700 calories of pure beauty. Let's go and make it. About a 4-kilometre walk into town, so I walk there, going to go for hot cold plunge, walk back, so about 8k, just over 8k walk. It'll take about 45 minutes to get there, 45 minutes to get back, so that's an hour and a half. That will get me about 10,000-11,000 steps, something like that. I've got an interesting week this week actually. I haven't really done much. This Monday morning, by the way, Monday morning at the end or mid-March, towards the end of March, and I haven't really left my house a lot actually, other than things like this, to walk, to get my steps in and stuff, and exercise. Whoops. But on tomorrow I've got a meeting with Kirk Miller. We're discussing an event in Marbella which I'm going to be speaking at, which is, you know, a lot of the reason for me getting in shape and, you know, my body conditioning and everything is attributable to working with Kirk Miller. Kirk Miller's absolute legend, and him and his team have really transformed the way that I approach body conditioning, performing into shape and all the rest of it. So, and the nutrition, which has been the biggest game changer. So we're doing that tomorrow. He's going to come around. I think we're going to film some content as well. And on Wednesday, I've been invited onto Richard Farley's podcast. Richard Farley was one of the first dragons in Dragon's Den, the Australian dude with a lovely swept hair. And the cool thing about that is I've heard that the podcast is a chat over playing a game of chess. So I like that idea. I think that's quite cool. So you're playing chess and you're having a chat as you play chess. I haven't played chess for a while, seriously, so I haven't got any optimism around winning that. Yeah, I haven't got too much hope there, but we'll see. You never know. He could be terrible. Doubt it though. So yeah, gonna walk to the gym. Not gonna walk to the gym. So yeah, just gonna walk to Eterna, have a sauna, cold bath, and have a shower. This is a place in East Grinstead called Eterna, and it's all specialises in wellness. So this is where I'm going to go. Right, so I ended up doing one sauna, then cold plunge, and then sauna, cold plunge, and then got out. It feels amazing actually. It feels really good. Probably go back there in a few days. I've got a back massage booked in for Friday. I had a deep tissue massage on Saturday, and when I was in there, they said you could really do with coming back just to do back and shoulders, because she said she could spend about 3 hours on my shoulders. They were really knotted. So going back to do that on Friday, and then I'll probably go there after, because it's really nice to go do that hot cold therapy after the massage like that. So yeah, just gonna walk home now. Just went to Holland and Barrett to get some electrolytes, and the time now is about 5 to 11. So yeah, start all this routine at about 6 o'clock, really. 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's now 11, and 5 hours have just been spent on my health, really. And by the time I get back, it'll be time to start prepping for my lunch. And then after lunch, there's basically like an hour or two where any work that I want to do, I get done in those 2 hours. So things like creative work, project stuff that I'm working on. Currently, in the very early stages of writing another book. Got another project that I'm launching at the end of the year. A few events and things like that we're running. So I do all that in like a 1 or 2 hour period after lunch. And then the afternoon is usually spent chilling out. So gonna walk back. It's about a 45 minute walk back. And yeah, lunch prep. I'll show you what I have for lunch. There you go, just got home. It is 11:35, so it took about 45 minutes, and yeah, there you go. 12,500 steps, plus the stair climber, which the ring doesn't really pick up on. So happy with that. We'll easily hit 15k today now. I haven't got to worry about steps, and it's 11:35. So all that time has now been spent on my body and my health, and now I'm going to prep some lunch. One of the things I do that makes it really, really easy is just eat the same thing every day. So I have the shake in the morning, it's about 700 calories, and then I have a yellowfin tuna salad with rice, avocado, everything at lunch. And this is about 1,000 calories. So I'll show you what goes into it. I actually don't have any tuna steaks today. My wife's on holiday, and she normally does the shopping. I picked up a few packs the other day, but I eat them every day, so you can't buy them too far in advance because they go a bit brown and a bit rank. I like the freshest ones. So I'm going to have chicken. So I'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to make that now. So that's the salad bit done. I'm going to wrap that, put it in the fridge, because I'm not going to eat it yet. It's only 12 o'clock, and I'm not going to eat it till about 1, just after 1, maybe half 1. So that's the salad bit, and then I have it with a whole pack of rice, 250 grams of rice, and usually yellowfin tuna steaks, but today I'm going to have chicken breast because I don't have any tuna steaks. So I'll cook that obviously nearer the time. So I'm going to have a quick shower and get into the studio. Look at this weather. This is spring. Spring is here. Lovely. So I'm going to go back to the studio for a bit, and just had a shower, all nice and clean, smelling nice. So yeah, the great thing about doing all that in the day, or in the early part of the day, is I know I don't have to move now. I can just do whatever the heck I want, right? And I could just veg out all day, and it doesn't matter. because I know I'm going to hit the 15k steps. I've done all my workout, done all my stair climb, all my cardio and all that kind of stuff. So whatever it is I do now, like creative wise, my full attention goes into that, rather than thinking, oh, still got to do that walk, or I've got to get my steps in, all that kind of stuff. So it's great. So this is a trade that I'm in on the dollar yen, and I've been in this a while now, a few days, and I got in here, okay, with I shorted this, so that the goal was we were going to push down, and we messed around for a little bit. Price action pushed around. It was a little bit painful just moving sideways for a few days, and then look what happened. Pushed all the way down, broke to the downside, which is a good sign for this trade, but didn't quite fill my target, which is sitting down here at 156.90, and then we pushed all the way back up, and now we're kind of starting to push back down. So this is a good sign. We've held that level. Hopefully this retest and this break of this trend line is the start of a reversal. So I stand to make about $4 on this, which would be a lovely start to the week. So hopefully that plays out today. That's pretty much all I've got on. Other than that, there are some other opportunities, but nothing that I can get involved with at the moment. So just the one trade for me at the moment, and don't really need to keep an eye on the charts too much today. So I'm just going to go and do some other bits and pieces. I've got a workshop on Saturday that I'm running. It's more of a kind of trader meetup at London Gatwick. So I'm going to have a think about what we should do there, what we should include there, and what we want to run through education-wise, how we're going to structure the day, all that kind of stuff. And then that's about it. Eat lunch. Right, so on the chicken, just going to put some salt and pepper. I use the Celtic salt, pure flourish. And also I'm going to add some hoisin, only a little bit though. There's something about the process of making the food. I know like lots of people do meal prep and stuff like that, but there's something about like taking extra care about preparing what you're eating and stuff. For me, it's part of it, you know. And I get when people are busy, it makes much more sense to do meal prep and outsource that and delegate that stuff. But you know, the position that I'm in now, where I'm at in life, what else am I going to do? I like to be involved in doing this stuff and making the food, and it just feels like you're closing the loop of the whole health thing, right? You're in control of the fitness element and the nutrition element, and you just become more connected to it all, which I think gets you better results. You know, I know that's a theory, but I believe it does. Big old lunch that takes about 45 minutes to eat. I'm going to go in the studio now. So just had a quick chat with Ethan, who's halfway through editing one of my YouTube videos. What he does a first run, does all the chops, and then he does some kind of graphics for titles and things like that. And then we will add like B-roll or educational stuff, like I'm going to do some hand drawings and that. And then he'll go in and add that, and then he'll add like stock footage and other things just to make it really engaging. So he does like 3 main passes of the video, but he's absolutely crushing it. Like the last few videos that we've put up all consecutively have done really, really well in terms of reach. So we just want to keep getting on that roll. So I'm going to have a coffee and do those bits for him because he's the boss. So the way that we do this kind of footage for the video is we have a C-stand over here, and the C-stand gets put over here with a camera facing down, and then what we'll do is we'll put a pad here,
and then you'll basically have a face, like a camera down of me doing some drawings that go along with the video. So what will happen is I'll play the video along that he's just exported a rough draft. I'll play that and I'll do some drawings along with the video, and then he'll add it in. All right, that's that done. Hopefully he's happy with that. But yeah, that's that done. Quite an easy thing to do, to be honest. Just draw I play the video and then just draw what I'm saying. It just gives a nice visual element to the video, which is always good. So now I'm just going to do a little bit of prep for tomorrow. I've got Kirk Miller coming. We're going to do a training session tomorrow. I might do another vlog tomorrow as well, just to do another day. But not much else to do now, so I'm just going to do some prep for that. And then, yeah, just sit in the garden. Sun's out, so probably be going out there. Look at that, you can see it from here. Look at that out there. Lovely, lovely weather. So probably do that. There you go. All right, what else is going on? Not a lot. So the trade that I just showed you about, I don't know, an hour ago, it's starting to push down now. Look at this. So here's the trade, and you can see that we're now in the green a lot more, pushing down. This is the rejection, the final rejection. Had this rejection here, we broke the trend line, which gave us a high probability to the downside. And then we retested this zone and held again, which is a great signal. And then, you know, it's looking favourable. So hopefully we can roll over and take this $4 off the table today. That'll be a very nice start to the week, won't it?
Right, it's now day 2, the next day, and I decided not to end the video on day 1 because what I want to do is I want to show you, I'm not going to show you the whole routine, the thinking time, checking charts and all that kind of stuff. But Kirk Miller's coming here this morning, and I thought it'd be interesting just to have a chat with him as part of this, because I realised that yesterday I showed a lot of training and stuff like that, and I do get a lot of messages, particularly from men around 40 years old, asking me what I'm doing. So I thought I'd just extend the vlog and get an insight from him, talk a little bit about training, nutrition, and what it's all about. So yeah, he's coming here at 8:30, so I'm going to get on with my morning routine, and then the next time you see me will be with him. So there he is.
Kirky Miller has joined Jason in his Power Palace.
Power Palace. This is the man responsible for basically kicking my body conditioning into shape, and the nutrition side of things, training, performing your way into shape.
It's just sharpening
been a game
the saw.
changer.
Yeah, just sharpening the saw. This man didn't lack motivation. He certainly didn't lack structure. It's just sharpening the saw across training, movement, food, and just trying to optimise rather than create something from fresh.
Yeah. We're gonna have a talk about it in a bit anyway. So you have to watch out for the podcast, because we're going to talk about all of the kind of key mind shifts and things like that, insights that I've got from going through this process at 44 years old as well. So I've been training since I was 18, basically.
Basically remove some of the complication and overwhelm that I feel people create around this, especially in the real world. I think there's so much overwhelm, confusion, and people trying to sell stuff, the quick fix. And so, brilliant.
There you go, let's get stuck in.
Power. Beautiful. Leg press the floor. And you keep that upper back nice and strong. Drive. Phenomenal.
We just wrapped up. Absolute beast.
of a session with this guy.
You'll see the shape coming soon. This man's fucking dangerous.
Oh, coming soon.
Dangerous.
What did we do? We did.
We did basically 2 different lots of supersets. So it wasn't
Straight leg.
It wasn't crazy in terms of exercise volume, but as we're going to speak about on a podcast session now, it's about quality. So one of the misconceptions people do, they try and do too much, or they do 55 sets in a workout to tick a box, whereas what me and Jason did in 12 work sets is more than most people do in 12 workouts.
I mean, we've been training for 4 hours, but no, it's good. Really effective. All right, so Kirk's just gone home. Spent the whole day here. Basically, we did the training session. We did some content, some podcast discussion, and then I did some chatting to him about his business, and planned out the Marbella event. So I'm going over to Marbella. If anyone is thinking about conditioning their body, getting in the best shape of their life, something that's sustainable, Built to Last by Kirk Miller, can't recommend it highly enough. Honestly, he's not here now, so I don't has got a gun to my head, but it's phenomenal what he does. So I've been checking my trades throughout the day, and still in the dollar yen. There's another setup on a couple of other pairs, so I'll take a look at those. And tomorrow I'm going up to London because I'm on Richard Farley's podcast, who was one of the original dragons from Dragon's Den. And it's going to be a cool concept because you play chess with him whilst you have a chat. So I like that. I like the idea of that. So I'm looking forward to that. But I've got her in this vlog because it was meant to be a day in the life, and now it's rolling into a day and a half or 2. So if you want more like this, let me know. Every day is, other than these kind of little special things that happen each day, like Kirk and then Richard Farley's podcast, and maybe I'll speak on stage somewhere, maybe, all those kind of things. Every day is like the same. So like, other than that, the routine's exactly the same around that. So if you get value from that, let me know. If you've got any questions, you want me to dive deeper on anything in my routine, let me know. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you then.